Birthdays are important to me. In general, but specifically my birthday is important to me. Obviously, the most coveted birthday celebration is the surprise party. Like all great parties, a surprise party can only be described and really experienced in montage. There's a tiara, a faithfully adhered to theme, toasts in your honor, dancing, shots, and at the end of the night, a single tasteful tear so that everyone knows how much it all meant. I know this sounds a lot like a regular birthday party, but the thing about great parties is they're a lot of work. Like, I collect RSVPs with the ruthlessness that more civically minded people whip votes. There are multiple follow-ups, cajoling, bargaining, threats. It's exhausting, and for someone to take that on your behalf, they must really love you a lot. By the time I'd gotten to college, despite my obvious enthusiasm for the art form, my dream of a surprise party of my own had so far eluded me. Sure, I'd been instrumental in the throwing of several surprise parties, always with the secret hope that someone would notice and reciprocate. But so far, nothing. Freshman year, I was determined to change this. My birthday's in September, so I have to work fast to get the word out. So I bring it up a lot. Like at all of the get to know you exercises, I'm like, hi, I'm Caitlin, I'm a Virgo, I love surprises, and in exactly 10 days, 19 hours, and 23 minutes, it's my birthday. And it sort of works. I'm surprised with a dinner at Dick's Last Resort, which is this chain restaurant where your waiter is mean to you on purpose. Like when I ask our waiter for a refill, he tells me to wait for my ice to melt. And not only that, but there's no dancing, no shots, no theme, unless you count naked disdain. Afterwards, there are tears, but they're neither single nor tasteful. Instead of a tiara, my waiter makes me wear this tall, white, pointy paper hat with balloons taped to the top, and on it he writes, "No one gives a shit about my birthday." It's sort of like a budget sorting hat, but instead of telling you your Hogwarts house, it just announces your deepest fears and insecurities to your dinner companions. And as if to underline the hat's point, this is not a well-attended affair. It's only the second week of school, so I haven't really made any friends, and it turns out constantly talking about your birthday is not really a winning character trait. And I just feel so embarrassed and homesick and really, really thirsty because I'm still waiting on the ice. But by second semester, things are looking up. I make some friends. My best friend, Emily, lives across the hall, and I first befriended her because she had a microwave. But it turns out we also have a lot in common. We both like overcommitting to theme parties, debating the relative merits of the Lord of the Rings extended edition and theatrical releases, arts and crafts. Like, anytime someone in the dorm has a birthday, we make these huge elaborate cards out of poster board, which no one really asked for, but it beats doing homework. And sometime in the spring, I start thinking, Emily would throw a great surprise party. But you can't just ask someone to throw you a surprise party. Like, I've tried it. It doesn't work. If you ask them directly, they won't do it. The thing is, they have to believe it's a surprise. So I hatch a plan. Emily has met my best friend Kate from home, and it just so happens that I have Kate's Facebook password. And Kate knows I have her Facebook password because periodically I log in and I change her whole profile to Gimli, the dwarf of Middle-earth. So I figure, if Kate doesn't mind when I use her Facebook to pretend to be a mythical dwarf, there's no way she would mind if I borrow it for a good cause. So in May, I log in as Kate, and I message Emily, and I'm like, hey girl, hey. I was just thinking we should totally throw our friend Caitlin a surprise party in the fall. And it works. Emily buys it. And that was supposed to be it. I was just supposed to nudge her in the right direction and then walk away. But now I'm invested. I keep coming up with all these great ideas for the party, and what am I supposed to do, keep them to myself? And obviously, I know I can't control every single detail. But this is not my first time astroturfing my own surprise party into being. And what I learned last time is delegation without oversight is how you end up at Dick's Last Resort with nothing to drink but your own tears. So I return to the scene of the crime. I log in as Kate again, and again, and again. One night I'm in the library and I've just fired off a missive with my latest idea for the party, which is to have a panini station called Meet the Press. And Emily responds immediately, and she's like, hey, you and Caitlin are never online at the same time. How do I know this is really you? And I start panicking, like I'm sweating profusely, I think I'm gonna be sick, and then, like, this ruse has really gotten out of hand, and I think, well, maybe this is my chance to come clean. And then I think, no, what if I'm already in too deep? What if I tell Emily and she doesn't think it's funny at all, and she figures out that I'm needy and controlling and have a shockingly cavalier attitude towards online identity theft? What if I tell her and she doesn't want to be my friend anymore? What if she tells everyone else and then no one wants to be my friend? It'll be like Dick's Last Resort 2, Revenge of the Dicks. And I cannot go back there. So I log on to a second computer so it looks like Kate and I are online at the same time. And it seems to work, but it's a close call, so now anytime I message Emily, I have to be at the library. And I won't pretend that I wasn't already spending a lot of time at the library, but now I basically live there. And the pressure of this must be getting to me because one night after I log off, I forget to close the chat. And I get a call from Kate, and all I hear on the other side is laughter. So I know it's over. She's told Emily everything. And my first reaction is, well, there goes weeks of planning down the drain. But then I also feel kind of relieved because I don't have to keep lying, but also really scared because now I know I have to talk to Emily and I don't know how she's gonna react. So I go and find her, and I know she loves movies from the 80s, so to soften her up, I'm like, look, I'm just a girl standing in front of another girl, asking her to throw me a surprise party. And she's like, okay, first of all, you can't use that line because I know you haven't seen that movie. Also, like, you catfished me, like, I'm not gonna reward that behavior. And she had a point. I had never seen Dirty Dancing. So I let it go, and it seems like things go back to normal, but when we come back in the fall, Emily has all these plans with our other friends that I'm not invited to, so I have to eat dinner alone in the dining hall, and it feels like freshman fall all over again, except worse because now I have friends, they're just all hanging out without me, which is like one of my top 3 fears. It's like needles, aging, and this. So I'm feeling kind of down one night when I'm walking back to my dorm, and I unlock the door, and everything's dark, and the lights go on, and everyone yells, surprise.